The collective hopes of anyone who wants to see Mercedes finally challenge for the Formula 1 title may rest on the massive changes Honda has made for its 2021 engine. Honda's extensive redesign has resulted in an engine that is even smaller than a size 0 concept it had to abandon a few years ago with McLaren, yet packs more power than ever. It's a huge boost to Red Bull's hopes of finally having a car and engine package capable of taking the fight to Mercedes. Honda's changes in order to achieve this step have been a closely guarded secret, until now. Make sure you're subscribed to the race to get insight into big stories like this one as the F1 2021 season begins. But now, let's explore what Honda's tried to achieve and how it's done it. Honda wanted its 2021 engine to be smaller so Red Bull could package the rear of its car better. But it also needed to be more powerful, as Honda was surprised by how far behind Mercedes it was last year. Key to Honda's change has been a redesigned, smaller cylinder head. Honda has made the layout of its camshaft significantly more compact and lowered it, shortened the cylinder bore spacing and changed the valve angle. The purpose is to change the shape of the combustion chamber while also reducing the overall size of the engine, lowering the centre of gravity and changing the airflow on the camshaft. Honda's net result is increased power from the combustion engine but also a more compact overall design, which gives Red Bull a more aggressive packaging option, hence an even more tapered rear end on this year's RB16B. The increased power from the combustion engine has also not come at the expense of reducing the output of the MGU-H. The MGU-H is a crucial part of the energy recovery system that converts heat from exhaust gases into electrical energy, which can power the MGU-K or be stored for later. There's no limit to how much energy the MGU-H can recover per lap during a race. But a more efficient combustion process could reduce exhaust gases or temperatures and therefore reduce the effectiveness of the MGU-H. Honda's confident it's been able to find another way to increase the amount of exhaust gas energy generated. Its MGU-H hasn't been revised to achieve that, but the turbine and compressor have been modified. Some other ideas, which Honda is choosing to still keep secret, have also been incorporated to try to offset the ERS deficit it had to Mercedes last year. To improve the durability of the combustion engine, Honda's also started to use plating from its Kumamoto motorcycle mass production facility on the cylinder block. And the gains on the engine itself are complemented by extra developments in collaboration with Red Bull's fuel and oil supplier ExxonMobil. Size 0 was a philosophy Honda pursued when it was working with McLaren on its very first V6 turbo hybrid engine for 2015. It sought chassis benefits from ultra-tight packaging but was sacrificing too much performance, so Honda abandoned it with an all-new architecture for 2017. Honda followed Mercedes' lead in splitting the turbine and compressor, which made the engine slightly bigger. Now, 4 years later, Honda's engine is back to being a slimline version again, even smaller than the original Size 0 idea, despite being considerably more powerful and reliable. But Honda hasn't really made its original Size 0 philosophy work. It's found a way to shrink a different engine layout without sacrificing performance. At the risk of oversimplifying why that's possible now, but wasn't a few years ago, it comes down to Honda's experience, its progress, and the new ideas and innovations on the R&D side in Japan. Ultimately, Honda felt it had reached the limit of its previous engine structure and believed the time was right to implement its new ideas. But the cumulative changes were so extensive that Honda could only make them as part of a major overhaul. Honda believes its development efforts mean its engine exceeds Mercedes' 2020 performance level. Now we know what you're thinking, and yes, that doesn't matter if the 2021 Mercedes is miles better than last year's. Honda's not underestimating the potential for Mercedes to have moved out of reach with the apparent innovations on its own new engine. Last year Mercedes did make a big step, and it's not possible to guess what fresh potential its newest developments have. But simply overcoming its 2020 deficit is a crucial box for Honda to have ticked, because it's now at least down to what gains Mercedes has made. And the positivity about Honda's new engine stretches further. The extent of the changes for 2021 does pose the risk of something going wrong and compromising reliability, but this is looking encouraging as well. Ambient temperatures of 34 degrees Celsius at one stage during pre-season testing represent possibly the hottest conditions the engine will face all year, yet Red Bull encountered no setbacks and AlphaTauri only suffered a minor ERS calibration issue. 3 days of running is not enough to be completely certain of good reliability for the season, and Honda says it has had some small concerns to address before the first race. but it actually had fewer problems than expected, which is why Honda shares Red Bull's view that pre-season testing went better than ever. It adds up to a lot of confidence around the Red Bull-Honda partnership for the new season, but are you convinced? Let us know how you think Red Bull and Honda will do in the comments below, give this video the thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the race to follow all the big stories as the 2021 season begins.